Inside the new Mercedes C-Class 2022. Accurate Mercedes C-Class 2022 full reveal. When you hear the word Mercedes, what's the first thing you think of? If your answer is luxury, then you're really familiar with the brand. The automaker has always strived for luxury, even with average models such as the C-Class. However, when it comes to the Mercedes C-Class 2022, the technology factor has been ramped up to an insane level. So how exactly does the Mercedes-Benz C-Class differ from older models and the competition? Well, this version is a pretty significant overhaul. The car has been almost entirely redesigned from the inside out. Although it will still be recognizable to most as a Mercedes C-Class sedan, these nuanced touches by the automaker have gone a long way to redefine what the C-Class stands for. First off, let's start with the exterior. In every way, the 2022 C-Class is bigger, stronger, and has a more menacing look than its predecessor. When it comes to specific dimensions, the wheelbase is 1 inch longer than its predecessor's wheelbase, while the body is 2.5 inches longer, 0.4 inches wider, and has a 0.4 inch shorter height than before. Not only does the car have a more menacing look, but it's also streamlined for better aerodynamics and athleticism. Though cargo space is unchanged, rear headroom and legroom have increased by approximately 0.5 inches and 0.8 inches respectively. This is sure to make bigger drivers more comfortable. However, if you wanted something more utility-focused, the C-Class doesn't deliver in this regard. If you're a bit disappointed by that, don't be. Other Mercedes models have been attuned to satisfy that need. Now, exterior aside, let's get into the engines. The Mercedes C-Class 2022 submodels have both been equipped with a turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-4 engine that produces a respectable 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Though these aren't sports car figures, they keep the Mercedes C-Class competitive. This level of performance matches that of other automakers of the same category, particularly the BMW 3 Series and the Audi A4. Now, the 2022 C-Class, as we know, is not just a hunk of metal. It also comes along with Mercedes' trademark EQ Boost system, which is a hybrid engine component that can add up to 20 horsepower and 148 pound-feet of torque. The manufacturers have said that this engine system is 10 to 15% more efficient than the previous models. This means that for less fuel, you get more mileage and better performance. For the interior, we hope you aren't tired of spaceship analogies. I mean, you should expect it, given that the main driver of the 2022 C-Class model is technological superiority and luxury. Regardless, Mercedes has done something interesting here. Although the interior is technologically charged, it is also minimalist in design. Even so, the interior still represents the biggest changes from previous generations. Take a look at the dashboard. The central dashboard is a 12-inch touchscreen. The screen runs Mercedes' own MBUX software, which has been granted greater processing power than previous generations. Just above the touchscreen are 3 air vents, ensuring that the interior stays well ventilated. Also, the center console touchpad and controller knob found in the previous C-Class have been removed. This arrangement ensures that the dashboard is as spacious and decluttered as possible. Despite the giant touchscreen, there are still a number of buttons required for controlling things like windows, seat position, hazard mode, audio volume, and camera settings. These controls are of a more sensitive nature, and as much as the MBUX software is trusted, it's best to have them more readily accessible. Behind the leather steering wheel is a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster. It's rather responsive and clear and fits in well with the car's theme. Now, all of this is interesting, but it isn't really special. After all, we hinted at some pretty dramatic technological developments. Well, these represent themselves when it comes to performance and driving. Let's break them down one by one. First off, we have Active Brake Assist. This takes advantage of radar technology, LiDAR technology, and GPS. What it does is that it scans the environment and helps you react to change. Imagine someone suddenly crossed your path when your attention is lacking. Instead of panicking and causing an even greater crash, the car will bring itself to an abrupt stop, protecting both you and whatever elements are present in the environment. Related to this feature is the Traffic Sign Assist. This feature prevents you from driving past red lights. Not only does this protect you from the law, but it also improves general road safety. In addition, it could be of particular interest to novice drivers. Then we have Active Distance Assist. This feature also helps you drive better and ensures that you maintain a healthy distance from other cars on the road. Though road safety commissions have a stipulated distance that cars should be from each other, it can sometimes be hard to aim. This is why the Active Distance Assist of the 2022 C-Class is so exciting. The technology-controlled accessory is unbeatable. Then finally, we have rear axle steering. This ensures that the rear wheels are more attuned to the front wheels. This feature can come into use when curves are negotiated at above average speeds. It will prevent the car from skidding, ensuring the safety of the riders. So you see, the Mercedes C-Class 2022 is a pretty significant improvement from previous models. The interior and exterior have both received significant upgrades. One interesting thing is that Mercedes has also announced 3 different subtypes for this model. They are the Premium, Exclusive, and Pinnacle models. The features are somewhat trimmed when you go down this model tree. The prices are also expected to reflect this difference. Though Mercedes hasn't released any official figures, the price range is estimated to be between $43,000 to $51,000. Coming to the end of this video, we hope you're satisfied with our breakdown of the Mercedes 2022 C-Class. This model is expected to be in auto showrooms in early 2022 before dropping later in the year. Do you think this model is a significant improvement from last year's model? In any case, feel free to learn more by exploring more videos on this channel. Until next time, have a good day. Later.